While the water is still calm and the garden has not fully awakened, the smallest movements often signal that a confrontation is drawing near. Across shallow mud riverbanks and patches of low grass, small reptiles and predators do not rely on overwhelming strength.
Don't over there and fight.
They depend on reflexes, patience, and the precise moment to strike.
He slapped me. He's not.
Today, each encounter reveals why in the world of animal fights, the distance between pursuit and escape can be as thin as a single breath. In a shallow drainage channel, a lizard suddenly lunges at a cobra moving along the muddy edge. The cobra instantly turns and bites back, but the lizard keeps hold of the front of its body and repeatedly forces it down into the shallow water. Many medium-sized predatory lizards have a bite strong enough to hold slippery prey, while the rapid movement of the head and neck allows them to deliver fast side-to-side shakes that throw an opponent off balance. As the lizard snaps into a powerful shake, the cobra suddenly takes advantage of the loosened grip, twists free, and darts out of the water. At such close range, being just one beat slower can completely change the outcome. Along the riverbank, a large python slowly regurgitates a smaller python. What makes the moment remarkable is that the smaller snake is still moving. It immediately slips from the larger python's jaws and heads straight for the nearby river. A python's lower jaws are connected by elastic ligaments that allow it to swallow very large prey. But under severe stress or immediate danger, it can deliberately regurgitate a meal to shed weight and move more quickly. Only seconds later, the larger python also slides into the water and follows, creating a silent pursuit beneath the murky surface. Even after escaping a predator's mouth, survival is still not guaranteed. A python has already locked onto the head of a lizard after a sudden collision at extremely close range. At first, the advantage appears to belong to the snake. But the lizard quickly twists its body, lowers its center of gravity, and begins biting repeatedly around the middle of its opponent. Many large lizards have powerful jaw muscles, thick necks, and heavy bodies that generate strong twisting force, while a python depends heavily on maintaining control of the head to stay in command. The bites are small but relentless, Within minutes, the python's body is nearly motionless. This encounter shows how endurance and a well-timed counterattack can overturn a grip that once seemed decisive. In a quiet garden, a bird of prey suddenly presses close to a golden rat snake, trying to move through the low grass. The snake constantly changes direction, searching for an escape route, but the bird stays close, gradually forcing it into open ground. Many hunting birds have eyesight several times sharper than a human's and can dive with remarkable speed, allowing them to track even fast twisting movement near the ground. When the distance closes, one precise strike to the head leaves the golden rat snake disoriented, and it quickly collapses. Sometimes the outcome is decided not by strength, but by the ability to read the one perfect moment.
It's not harmful.
At a house, a snake has barely entered an open area when it is immediately spotted by a savanna cat. Without waiting for the snake to approach, the cat moves first, delivering a rapid series of strikes to the head and front of the body that force the snake backward again and again. Savanna cats have extremely fast reflexes, long legs, and the ability to change direction abruptly, allowing them to keep a safe distance while still controlling an opponent's head. After several failed attempts to lift its head and strike back, the snake finally turns and retreats. Even beside people, alertness and timely reaction remain the greatest advantage.
Okay, Jonah, that's...
Unless he's a black poison.
On dry ground, a honey badger charges straight at a mole snake, despite the snake repeatedly turning its head to counterattack. The mole snake is non-venomous, while the honey badger is known for thick, loose skin that allows it to twist inside its own skin to avoid being held along with a powerful bite that helps it control prey even against dangerous species. However, once the honey badger locks onto the snake's head and jaws, all of the snake's advantage disappears instantly, leaving it unable to resist effectively. When the control point is established in the right place, the confrontation is almost immediately over, highlighting the decisive role of target locking in close-range hunts.
Don't go over there and frighten me.
On open grassland, a red-tailed hawk pins a snake beneath its talons, then suddenly releases it, forcing the prey to flee in panic. The release-chase-lock strategy helps the hawk force prey to move, reveal its escape direction, and burn through reflexes before regaining control with sharp talons. Each time the snake turns its head and opens its mouth to counterattack, the hawk immediately pins the head close to the ground, eliminating the most dangerous attack angle. Curved talons and strong grip force allow birds of prey to maintain constant pressure while keeping a safe distance from fangs. When the moment is right, the hawk grips tightly and takes off with the prey, ending a hunt built on rhythm and distance control.
Oh, he took off with it.
On a high branch, a mongoose suddenly approaches a black mamba, beginning with extremely fast probing lunges. The mongoose is known for superior neural reflexes and partial resistance to neurotoxic venom, allowing it to dodge strikes with almost perfect accuracy. The black mamba reacts immediately, delivering repeated high-speed strikes, but keeps missing as the opponent changes its angle of approach.
Oh, wow, look at that actual teeth.
Black mambas can strike repeatedly at extreme speed and have powerful neurotoxic venom, but effectiveness depends entirely on hitting the target in a brief moment. But as both keep their distance and neither lands a decisive strike, the confrontation gradually cools down, ending in tension without clearly favoring either side. Under the dense canopy of a North American forest, a bobcat resting quietly suddenly freezes after detecting faint movement, a python approaching slowly. The bobcat weighs about 15 to 30 pounds with retractable claws and extremely fast reflexes that help it control distance effectively in close-range situations. As the distance closes, the bobcat swings its front paw, keeping the opponent out of reach and forcing the snake to repeatedly adjust its approach. Realizing the opponent is too alert and flexible, the python gradually loses its ambush advantage and begins to retreat from the area. When a decisive strike cannot be guaranteed, avoiding conflict becomes the logical choice, a quiet victory of awareness. When the final movement fades, the water grows still again, and the garden returns to its quiet calm. But behind that silence are moments decided by reflexes, strategy, and a few seconds of absolute precision. From muddy edges and riverbanks to small open yards, every encounter repeats the same simple rule. The one that reads the moment correctly is the one that moves on. And when darkness closes in, nature does not stop. It is only waiting for the next confrontation to begin.